Docabo, towards a better quality of life. Open a browser and type in the Docabo address for the secure clinical server. Now enter your username and password. Once logged in, think of the screen in 3 sections. On the left is the clinical tree. At the top of the screen is the editing toolbar. And in the middle of the screen are the patients. Each patient has their own horizontal line of data. This is split into patient's name, agreement number, alerts, and connectivity. This is shown in a 14-day window. The white bar means the device did not connect on the day. A purple bar means the device connected but did not transfer any data entered on the day. And a green bar means the device connected and transferred at least one item of data entered on the day. This is all shown in the patient summaries table. How to enroll a patient. Click on the Enroll New Patient icon in the editing toolbar. Starting with the patient's personal information, begin filling out the required fields. Title, first name, surname, date of birth, and the emergency contact details. Typically, this will be a family member or a close friend. Click Next to move on. Fill out the primary contact information. This will be the patient's phone number and address. Click Next. Other contact details. Here you can fill out the details of any clinical representatives for the patient. Click Next. Patient identifiers. Fill out the NHS number. This is a mandatory field. Click Next. Clinical information. Here we can fill out specifics about the patient's condition, primary diagnosis, and comorbidities. Click Next. Now select the patient's default question set. To complete the patient enrolment, click Save and Continue. You can now see a completed picture of the patient's demographics. We will now check the patient's questions and alerts and make them patient-specific. You can now click on the question set. Here you can view the questions and answers available to the patient in detail. We use a traffic light system to display the clinical severity of the physiological data. On the right of the screen, we can view the individual alert settings. We will now set the thresholds of the alerts to make them patient-specific. We use a sliding scale to manipulate the values on the vital sign alerts. Here is an example of systolic and diastolic blood pressure alert thresholds. Red shows clinical severity to be high, amber is moderate, and green is low. Vital signs are also displayed with a RAG rating. Selecting an alert response policy will notify a triage team if required. Click Save. Click on the package title and approve changes. The next stage is patient installation. Typically, an installation will be carried out by a Docabo engineer, although this can be carried out by a community clinician. An installation will take approximately 30 to 40 minutes to complete. The Type 2 medical device is called a Care Portal. The Care Portal has a variety of connectivity options, from 3G to Wi-Fi to dial-up. Features include a built-in ECG, a high-definition camera, touchscreen, physical buttons, visually impaired mode, and voice synthesis. The Care Portal is fit for purpose, lightweight, large display screen, and wireless. The Care Portal allows the patient to have access to their completed sessions. There is also a two-way messaging function between patient and clinician, self-help content, and access to approved videos relating to the patient's specific condition. Measuring vital signs and entering onto the Care Portal. The patient will be provided with the appropriate peripherals for monitoring their condition. For example, NIBP monitor, oximeter, weighing scales. We also offer a variety of peripheral connectivity, Bluetooth, hardwired, manual entry. Entering manually, the patient can use the touchscreen sliding scale or the physical buttons. Once the patient has completed their session, the data is uploaded to the server in real time. The triage team is often a combination of clinicians, although first point could be council or social enterprise led. Alerts, interventions, and outcomes can all be documented in the clinician website. Pathways will be put in place to escalate the interventions to the appropriate clinicians. How to view data and close an alert. Click Patient Data View. This will show a specified 28-day snapshot to give an holistic view of the patient. A red circle indicates the patient answered outside of the threshold on that date. Clicking on any set date will display all the data transferred on that day. Closing alerts. You can close an alert individually or all alerts collectively. Closing an alert prompts an intervention note. This is broken into two categories, general and objective. Objective categories can be collated and reported on. Intervention notes are logged with username and time-stamped. Patient's profile can be activated, placed on hold, or suspended by altering the patient's state. When a patient is discharged from the service, a decommission is instructed by altering the patient's state. Typically, an intervention note is logged at this stage, stating whether the patient is discharged from the service or deceased. Once a note is added, the patient's state is changed to suspending. This generates an email to the community team notifying of a decommission. Once the decommission has taken place, a further note can be added if necessary. The patient can then be archived. This is done by changing the patient state to suspended. The patient's archive can be accessed by clicking the settings icon in the editing toolbar. Dokubo, towards a better quality of life.